You never want to see your loved one the way I've seen Sam, at the point of giving up everything. And then to see that incredible image of Sam hoisted on top of the surfboard with her kids, can make me get a bit teary. Seeing that change is incredible. And that's when you know that you kind of do need to be courageous and you can make it.
Hello and welcome to Separate Bathrooms. My name's Daddo. This is my wife, Elle. Hi, Annie.
Jinx.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Can't believe we're wearing the same colour shirt.
That's just how we roll as couples. Dress the same, stay the same.
Lucky we don't think the same.
That is true.
Today we are thrilled to be talking with a couple we met a few years ago, Sam and Cam Bloom. They created a book called Penguin Bloom. It's one of the most incredible books I've ever read and seen. The story, the photographs, the entire journey. It's a book about a parallel journey of one injured magpie finding its wings and voice, all the while as Sam was navigating her new circumstances with a spinal injury. And Cam, the husband, their 3 sons, supporting, learning, growing, all at the same time.
And since then, their anonymity has really exploded. They are now known around the world through the power of cinema because their book has actually been made into a movie called Penguin Bloom, starring a list of very famous Aussie actors. It's now heading up on around $10 million at the Aussie box office, which is amazing because it's come out through COVID and it's still going strong. So if it's still in cinemas when you're listening to this, please go see it because it's just fantastic. It's the story of the Bloom family, which is Sam, Cam, their 3 boys, Reuben, Noah and Ollie, and of course the magpie that helped turn things around, Penguin. And look, if you've seen the movie or if you had read the book, Sam's also got another follow-up book called Heartache and Birdsong. You're going to know their story pretty well. But today we're all finding our way through adversity, just as couples or as singles, and how to stay strong and when life takes a U-turn in the power of love. And Sam and Cam really explain it all so beautifully.
Let's welcome them into the bathroom. Sam and Cameron Bloom.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
We are so grateful you're here. First of all, congratulations on Penguin Bloom. The book, the movie, and the subsequent follow-up book. Sounds like you guys have been crazy busy.
It's been fun. Yeah. It's been a long time though. Like hasn't all happened, in a year. It's been a gradual process, and I guess the best part about it is we've been involved, the whole way along. It's been cool.
I was reading about the shooting of the film, and it was actually shot at your house. Is that right?
Yeah. We moved out. They moved in and moved all our furniture out, and they redecorated the house. They came in and painted it and put fake wooden ceilings on the wall.
We were a bit
on the
worried at the
ceiling.
beginning.
But no, it was really cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think they just wanted to make, because our house is white, they wanted to sort of paint it a bit darker and, set a mood.
Yeah.
And they put curtains up as well, so Naomi, who played me, could block the world out.
Yeah.
Sam, you mentioned that Penguin came at the perfect time. Do you guys believe in divine intervention or anything like that?
No, I don't. I don't know. Maybe she was meant to come to us. I don't know. I'm not terribly religious, but maybe it was meant to be. Maybe it was fate.
So no great-grandfather soul inside a magpie coming to visit you and help you heal or anything like that?
Not that I know of.
We didn't recognise anyone. No. But it was just the fact that she came at that time. I think that was the most, beautiful, I think fortuitous thing.
Slightly magical.
It was
very
magical.
magical.
Is a great word.
Yeah, I would say. Cam, you are an incredible photographer.
Thanks, honey.
And I ought to define that.
Which Cam?
I ought to define Cam Bloom.
Can be.
Stay out of it, Daddo. You're an incredible photographer with such an amazing eye for detail and creativity. Just saw that walking in. Cam's eye lit up when he saw all of the wires and stuff, and his creativity mind just clicked on it straight away. It started taking photos. Like, yeah, that's what a photographer does. They see the unusual.
Yeah.
And Penguin Bloom has such stunning depictions of Sam and your kids. Did you have much to say in the movie? Like, were you able to creatively put an input into the movie?
I think they all loved the book so much that they wanted to kind of honour the visuals of the book. And Glendon and Sam, the DOP, both as photographers, they really saw the beauty in my imagery. So there's many shots in the film that are told in a visual way, in a moving way that replicate kind of what I did.
Yeah.
I think that was enough in a way, because I knew that Sam is an incredibly gifted cinematographer, and it would be not right of me to be going, oh, maybe Sam, you should shoot this from, over here. You just got to kind of let them.
Yeah. Can you, Sam, tell us, I mean, a lot of people know about what happened to you, but in your words, just briefly, where you're at now, 8 years later from having the accident in Thailand, what actually happened?
We flew, because Cam and I have always loved travelling. And, we wanted to sort of instill our love of travelling to the boys. And so initially we actually wanted to take them to Ethiopia. And so we were going to fly to Cairo because we love Egypt as well. But it was a little bit too dangerous to go to Cairo, so that's why we chose Thailand. So we were 3 days into our holiday? We landed in Phuket and, we didn't really like it. It was too touristy. So we headed north and we found this beautiful hotel. And we were there for 2 days, and I remember swimming at the beach and thinking how awesome life was. And we got a juice, and one of the kids spotted us stairway up to an observation deck. And that's when we went up. I actually don't remember this. And I leant against the railing, and it had dry rot. And so it broke. I fell about 6 meters, and and
so you fell backwards, didn't you?
I must have fallen backwards.
Onto tile, right?
Yeah, onto tile. So I think I fell backwards and obviously onto my back, and then I hit my head. So that's when Cam and the boys raced down to see if I was okay.
I mean, 1 second you're there and next you're gone. It must have been absolutely
pretty much.
For you, Cam, was it?
I was lucky I didn't,
didn't see it.
Didn't see it. I think a couple of the boys saw Sam's feet go over her head. So, it was just life-changing.
Pretty horrific.
Second, yeah.
It's pretty horrific because, I don't remember it, obviously, but, I was knocked out and I wasn't breathing terribly well because I had a lot of internal bleeding in my in my chest and bitten through my tongue and split my head open. So, it wasn't very nice for the kids to run down and find me like that.
It was just
and for Cam,
it was just
it's worse for you.
I remember being there cradling sort of Sam's head and then just seeing blood just kind of ooze out over my hands and then make this huge pool of blood on the ground, and I just thought, oh, for sure, Sam's brain dead. Basically, I just thought you can't fall that far and not have hurt your brain or damaged your brain. But Sam's got
tough noggin.
He's always said she had a coconut as a head.
Has that day for you or the boys, has that haunted you? Have they been able to sort of process? Has that made an impact? I mean, of course, the whole experience must have made an impact, but has that day been a challenge for your boys as well? Or
I don't think so. They've never
talked about it.
Well,
really?
Yeah, that's not necessary answering Ali's question.
I know. I'm sure it has been a challenge, but they've never brought it up with me.
Yeah.
But they've never said, oh, I remember when when you were bleeding, or I remember when you're in the ambulance.
How old was Ollie? He's your youngest,
Ollie,
isn't he?
He was 7.
7, and Ruben was?
Well, so then Noah was 9, Ruben was 10.
Yeah, right. So pretty young.
They're so young. Yeah.
As a mum, did you ever think, thank heavens it was me and not one of my boys? Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
100%.
Yeah.
If one of the kids had fallen, or Cam, I would have been.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate this as it is, but I would have been horrified.
Yeah.
To see them. Now I know what it's like, to be in a wheelchair, and it's hard.
Yeah.
And, to see your kid, that would be devastating.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so 100%. Took it firsthand. I'm glad it was me.
Yeah.
That had to be any of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before the accident, you were fit. I mean, you had well documented, great love of the outdoors. You surfed, mountain biking, all those sort of things. Then that probably helped you, wouldn't it, have in terms of dealing with the accident as well, that you were fit and strong, that probably helped you, right, physically?
Maybe.
They did. They all the doctors said that.
Yeah.
Sam's recovery back in, at North Shore in Sydney when she came home, they all said her fitness and her strength.
Yep.
Really?
Actually, yeah.
I don't remember you ever saying that.
You were in a blear.
I am still learning about all these things.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah,
8 years on, there's still pieces.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they said you were amazing, Sam.
No, they didn't.
You were the best patient ever at that hospital, by the way. There's photos of you.
No, I didn't know they said that.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I was lucky
Yeah.
in that way.
And so then post the accident, you got into competitive canoeing?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because when I was at rehab, like you said, I was super active before the accident. And I remember complaining at rehab, I'm like, oh, I'll never be able to surf or mountain bike or play soccer. And that's when I said, oh, maybe I could kayak. And so the sports recreation officer, his name's Kel, he was a legend. He was like, right. And so he's the one who sort of pushed me into it. Like, he's like, okay, you can go to Narrabeen Lake and I'll get you into a kayak and kind of get you started.
They just made everything possible. I think that was the incredible thing about people like Kel. Like, if you want to do something, they'll do everything. Make it happen. Yeah.
I know. I was so thankful to him. Like,
Are you still in contact with Kel?
I haven't seen him for a while. When I used to go up to rehab, I'd go and say hi.
Does rehab continue for you?
No.
Right.
No.
You passed it now.
Yeah, once you're out, they used to come, like you'd be an outpatient.
Right.
And they'd come a couple of times and then that was it.
Yeah. So you've got 2 Aussie titles for canoeing. Yeah. You're 13th in the world. 2018 member of the Australian Adaptive Surfing Team. You won gold in 2019 and 2020.
2018 and 2020. We missed the 2019.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
What happened?
What did
They
happen?
just canned
They
it.
just canned it.
Was that
Seriously?
COVID
There was
related?
nothing
or?
to
No,
do.
it
They just
wasn't.
unfortunately.
Oh, it didn't happen? The event didn't happen?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You didn't make it sound like we missed it.
Wasn't it
you're
those
right. It
evil
didn't
Brazilians
happen.
one?
Otherwise, I would have been so there.
No, unfortunately, they didn't probably have enough sponsorship to run the event. It
okay.
brings, people from all around the world, so it's a pretty costly event,
But it's the best event ever.
didn't happen.
That was in Hawaii?
No, San Diego.
I was in San Diego.
Yeah. I wish it was in Hawaii. It would have been so much warmer.
Yeah,
It
the
was like
water's-
winter.
it's
Cold in
been-
San Diego
so
too. Well, it's cold
cold.
on that coast anyway,
my
but
gosh.
like
It's
summer or winter, but winter in
freezing.
San Diego.
I know.
You dread going in. It's like, oh, no.
It is beautiful, though.
Oh, it was great.
Can I ask you something? I read that you said, Sam, that let me get this right, a spinal injury was your worst nightmare. So when you were a nurse, you used to go up to the spinal ward, yeah, and that was what you said.
Yep.
Do you think, now that what you know in terms of what you've been through and everything, do we make our fears real? Have you ever thought about that?
No.
Good question. Huh?
Yeah, no. I've never
Like,
thought
why
about
was it?
that.
Why was it your fear?
Because I used to be active and like I guess for me, like losing your mobility was like it's like that is a horrible thing to happen. Yeah, and I know it's so frustrating. I think I could have dealt with a lot of other things better, not spinal.
Ah, okay.
I think I think for me though, spinal, it's kind of like it's like that's it. You don't get better. That's what if I knew that 5-10 years time your body will recover and you will heal again, then I'd be fine with it. I mean, I'd still not like it, but I'd be like, okay, I can do this. But it's the fact that it's kind of like that's it. Like, you don't get better. You're not sick. You just have to live with it.
Based on the fact that this was a fear of yours, I'll ask both of you this, or just put it out there to all of us. What can we learn from our fears?
Oh, I think maybe that we are actually more courageous than we think we are. That's what I've learned. Don't you think?
I love
that you can get through your worst nightmare, with help, obviously. I couldn't have done it without like all the support that I've had. But
I would agree that I've seen Sam like at like just the lowest and the most, you never want to see your loved one the way I've seen, like Sam, and just at the point of giving up everything and like, crying and just, I can't do this, I hate this, I hate everything.
I wish I was dead.
Yeah, I hate everything about me, And then to see, that incredible image of Sam hoisted on top of the surfboard with her kids, our kids, watching Sam, it's making me get a bit teary. Yeah. Just seeing that change is incredible. And, that's when you know that you kind of do need to be courageous and you can make it.
And Cam, do you feel like there was a before and after the accident for your life? Has a lot of things changed for you after Sam's accident?
There was like my life before?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you would easily say our lives became incredibly different from that moment Sam fell.
Yeah.
But it hasn't changed, like our relationship at all, other than, we often say we've kind of got closer,
Yeah.
We've had to.
Yeah. And when Sam was at her lowest, what was the thing that helped Sam the most? Like, were you able to help her? Were there words? Was there action? Were the boys able to help? How did you get her through that?
Yeah, I think making things possible. Like, like if Sam said she didn't want to do whatever it was, I'd not force her, but I would.
Well, I couldn't run away, could I?
No. But I would persist.
Yeah.
And because I knew in my heart that if we got there or if we did that, it would be mostly an enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
There were a few moments when things backfired, but I think you can't give up, and you got to try, all those sort of things, and I think I was lucky. We kind of got into exercise. Like Sam would have probably thought, like, Christ, what am I going to do? How can I do anything if I can't move? But Sam's got her arms, and at first it was a personal trainer that volunteered his time, and after going, I just remember seeing her eyes light up, and he really got stuck into Sam and didn't. He didn't.
He was awesome.
Yeah, he just didn't take any shit from her, and it was cool. Like, don't come here, grumpy. Like, it was like it was tough.
Yeah.
And it was such good therapy.
Yeah.
It was actually more therapy than exercise.
It was more therapy because we would talk. I would talk to Craig about everything. Suicide, you name it, and we'd talk about it. And like Cam said, and I did. I remember on so many days I'd be like, no, Cam, I don't want to go. Because I was kind of embarrassed, because Cam would have to take me. And then all the mums, because he was in Avalon, and all the mums would finish training with Craig and they'd all come out, and I didn't want to see them to see me having to be lifted out of a car and put in a wheelchair and kind of taken down. So I'd always be like, no, I don't want to go. And then Cam was like, no, you're going.
Yeah, but it was also because you didn't want to see them in their little lycra shorts. And
No, but I didn't. No, because it was also because it was like, I was looking at my old life.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
Hard
It
not to
rubbed it
compare,
in,
though,
didn't it?
right?
I was
Like
like, I don't want to see
jealousy.
that because
Or-
I know it was. Then I hate that. I've never been like a jealous person, but yeah, I was envious of them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's fun for you guys. You can run around and go to, have your gym session and then go into Avalon and all catch up. And I knew I could not do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was envious of them for sure. But I am glad Cam made me go. Because, yeah, like you said, I always felt so much better afterwards.
Did you ever get into big fights during that time?
Oh, no.
No, actually.
okay.
No. We were all too sad.
Yeah, I think, if I was crying and, saying, I hate this, whatever, then you'd always come in and you'd bag me out and then you'd make me laugh. And then it would sort of flip it. So that's kind of how we got through it a lot.
Cam, did someone assist you at all to help you with the words to use for Sam, or was it all instinctual?
No. Doesn't mean you say things that are necessarily right.
Yeah.
No, you're a compassionate guy.
Yeah,
You're
I'm a
caring
positive
guy, so-
person. So, yeah, no. Just would, sometimes disappear and go for a surf and clear my head or have a swim. And
So you got that time to do that. You've made time for yourself to sort of settle and recalibrate.
I'm not kind of the person that I need to go and speak to, like, my best friend and console myself or, search for answers. I'm an inquisitive person, and I would always sort of ask questions on how, we could do things better at home, like, make the bed more comfortable or whatever. But no, not emotionally.
When you have a baby, you often hear mothers go, "I'm invisible." People just see the kid, and I'm invisible now. Did you feel any of that when after the accident, like suddenly,
like feel like I'd lost attention in a way?
Yeah, well, people didn't see you. They were more. It was not anything about you anymore.
It was always Sam.
It was always Sam. Yeah.
No, because
it was you.
No.
No, but I mean, like, the whole accident didn't just affect me.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it.
It's
But,
affected all.
no, like, there was not a day when, I don't know, like, almost 100% of my focus was not on Sam. Not that we neglected the kids. But it was definitely, they probably, suffered a little bit because of that. That they didn't get that focus that, Sam wasn't around for 7 months. Like, that's got to be tough on them.
Yeah.
I know, you do your best.
Well, we were saying it's like there is a lot of yin and yang in life anyway, isn't there? There's ups and downs, and the journey that your boys have been on, you've raised 3 active, we wrote this down, charming, smart, industrious, entrepreneurial.
Oh my God. Those guys are
Right?
amazing.
Like, I think, one of your sons was making and selling something the last time we saw you
No,
guys.
they were the white stumps. They were the
Yeah.
white
He's
stumps.
He's still doing it.
Are they?
He
Yeah.
was
Oh my
sanding
God.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Was he?
So
The
smart.
white stumps.
I love
And
it.
also, I bought a fire pit from you guys.
Oh, that's so
wow.
funny. Yeah.
Remember that? It came up and got the
What do you
fire
mean the
pit.
white stumps?
Well,
painted
they're white
logs.
logs. They have big logs and they paint them white and they sell them and people
like
put them in the
coffee tables
gardens.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
tables.
Okay. But then one of them's
Can't
a
believe he didn't say
musician
you
and
one.
was doing like
Yeah.
busking as well, right?
Oh, wow.
That was
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yes, Noah.
Now,
Yeah.
now he's scoring music for podcasts and various things.
What? We got to get him in for this. We need
We'd love
music.
that. He
Would
just
he?
did one for the BBC.
Did he? God, he's gone way past separate bathrooms.
I wonder, like, I know it's a sliding doors moment, but do you feel like that this experience of you as a family and probably being incredibly tight knit, even more so now, do you think that that's shaped them into like who they are now and how they're able to deal with the world?
I don't know. We always have, various issues to deal with. I mean, every family does
Yeah.
with,
Yeah.
Their kids, and had the odd call from the police for a little while with Rubes.
A couple of times.
But,
They're
like...
good kids. I
and-
think
yeah, and
we're
they-
lucky.
and I
They're-
think we're
they're
so
pretty
lucky.
Good boys,
They've-
Yeah.
They come
And-
through their crappy periods and but I think just one thing I always remember we started doing when the kids were kind of young is have dinner together.
Yeah.
And even though they fought so much, like just they annoyed the hell out of each other at dinner, we kind of persisted with that and we turned everything off, no TV, and we just sit and have dinner together. And actually, it's kind of in the last 6 months, it's so weird, we're actually having really good conversations. Still get the odd fight. But
It's my favourite part of the day. We do the same thing.
Mine too.
I
Isn't that
just
cool?
love it.
No phones at the table, TV
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
yeah.
Can put a record on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
we-
music
you know,
on.
music.
Noah
Yeah.
will be annoying and play like
jazz.
classical music or jazz.
Yeah.
But, it's a nice time.
Are they empathetic boys?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've seen a lot.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, they've seen how much I've struggled, and I think the one thing that I do love is that they have met some amazing people, especially at the World Championships with the surfing. I mean, like people come from all over the world, and everyone has a story. They might be missing limbs, or
Yeah.
obviously spinal. They could be blind, whatever. Yeah, and they just see them as like these amazing people.
There's probably returned soldiers in there too, yeah?
Oh yeah, Jose. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's one guy who I just adore him. We all adore him. He's American, and yeah, he lost both his legs and an arm in Afghanistan.
And he's surfing.
Yeah, he's amazing. His energy and his love for life. He struggled like big time, but he's kind of come through the surfing. It's kind of giving
the ocean has
him
brought him...
a new lease of life and happiness, and you can just see it. And and they love him. I love him. We all love him. He's
But
amazing.
I think back to the time when Sam was in hospital and there was a young 19 or 18-year-old.
No,
17?
Abdul was 17.
He was 17 and he had a car accident and he became quadriplegic. And he used to pull Reuben aside from, across the curtain. And he would talk to Reuben and mentor Reuben as this young 17-year-old. And I just remember so much of those conversations sort of, you could tell, sunk into Reuben's head and stuck with him. It was really beautiful. And I think from that moment on, the kids have experienced sort of times like that.
Wow.
Is he still in contact with that gentleman?
No.
I am.
You are?
Abdul
good
and
on
I
you.
were like not bed buddies. You can't. That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Roommates for 3
Roommates.
Roomies.
Yeah.
That was, edit that. No, we were next to each other
Yeah.
for 3 months. And while I was at North Shore, and he was so nice. You know, man, I think I spent the first month crying, and I would just talk to him, kind of through the curtain, because you know, like Cam said, he was 17.
Yeah.
And I remember I'd probably been there for maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3, and he turned 18. Oh, so heartbreaking, you know. So this young guy, and it was awful.
It's like you say, everyone has a story.
Yeah.
Everybody has a story. And I've been doing this project, I've put it down through COVID, but dealing with older folks, you know, because everyone has their story and what their life is. And as Al said before, there's a yin and a yang in everything we do. There's a good side, or you know, there's two sides to it. There's a positive side and a negative side to even the most brilliant things that we are experiencing. There's kind of a crap side to that as well, or can go from the like what you've experienced, which on the outside you go, this is just the most shocking, horrific, awful thing to happen, and yet all this richness has come as a result. And one of them, as what I was asking you about, was this empathy that your boys now have as a result of witnessing you and witnessing you, Sam, and witnessing you, Cam, and what a gift I mean, actually, I get emotional thinking about that with your sons, that you've actually exampled what it is to be a man, a supportive man.
Yeah, that's what I've said
and
for so long.
Yeah.
That all I want is I want the boys to grow up to be like Cam.
And they will.
And they will.
Yeah, I
but
think
they'll
they
have
will.
your heart as well. They'll have your
They'll
strength
be tough
too.
like me.
Yeah.
Not like you.
Yeah, and they're fearless like you guys. I mean, I've seen the crazy pictures of those boys on their bikes and jumping on the trampolines and all those things, and just no, they're in their bodies. They're in the world.
Yeah.
They're using what is around them to make the best of things, and that comes down the leash from the parents. So, you know, that's what I witness with you guys. And it's so important. You can't overstate the importance of what you guys have done just through being you.
Yeah, but I don't think like necessarily Sam's accident has created, more empathy. Like the boys,
They were already
they
empathetic.
must have had that because it's kind of in our DNA. So
Yeah, they
I
just
don't know,
got
I
an
just-
extra dose maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Extra understanding, probably a depth of understanding from what they've watched and witnessed and who they've met along the way.
Yeah, right.
You know, the exposure
These
of
people,
who
hearing
they've
their
met.
stories.
Yeah. You hear of, relationships breaking down over sometimes like the smallest of things, like marriages and relationships breaking down. And you too, you are an inspiration. I know you probably don't think it, but you really are an inspiration, and to show exactly what love looks like through some of the biggest ups and downs that may throw at you. Do you have any advice for couples that, might be going through adversity, even if it's just, anything, any kind of adversity? I know that, COVID rocked a lot of relationships, but there's always adversity at some point in relationships. But do you have advice that what you would say to any couples?
That's such a hard thing. We have our own relationship, and like you said, we all have our own story. There's no way that I would ever give advice to a couple, because they are who they are, and they all have the things that make them get shitty at each other. And I know, lucky for Sam and I, we just don't get shitty at each other.
I get shitty at you sometimes.
Oh, Sam.
Just blew it.
Sorry. Damn.
Well,
we don't-
what's worked for you, Sam, in terms of relationship and coming through? What are some of the things that have
Cam's
worked?
done, or?
No, or helped you get through? Like Ali's saying, what advice? And I hear you, Cam, when you go, no, I don't want to give advice. Why would I? I'm just doing my thing. So then I just throw it out there in a different way. What's worked for you when you've come up against situations where, for example, for me, it's like yelling does not work. Soft words sink in. So I've had to go, all right, enough with the yelling. Just use quiet words and they sink in. So little things like that have worked for you guys.
I just thought of saying, putting you in like the timeout corner because he couldn't get back.
He hasn't done it. You're looking worried, darling. You're like, what?
Wait up. What is happening?
No, it's funny. We used to put remember we used to put the kids in the naughty corner. Oh my god!
No, you haven't put me in the naughty corner. No, I think just knowing that someone's there for you.
Yeah. Do you communicate a lot of what you're feeling? Do you sort of go, Cam, I need to tell you exactly what's going on?
No. I think Cam knows when like pain's driving me nuts. When I kind of a bit grumpy, kind of
When Sam's talkative, she's not in pain.
Yeah, I think it's my mood. Cam will go, "Oh, you're not in too much pain today." I'm like, "No, I'm not actually." But then when you are, I just kind of shut up and I just want to be left alone and go to bed and watch a movie.
And just on that, is this because I asked you about the rehab before and you said you're not doing it anymore, but you still experience pain from?
Yeah, all the time, 24/7 pain.
Really?
Yeah, it's neuropathic pain. So it's like the nerves going crazy from my feet all the way up to my legs, up to my like your bum and your lower back, and around my ribs, kind of where your bra strap. It's like fire. It's almost like sitting in stinging nettles, kind of.
Wow.
Yeah.
What helps that? Is there anything that helps it?
Exercise.
Okay.
Right.
I think, because I'm not focusing on it and keeping busy. If you're busy, then you can't just sort of focus on the pain,
Yeah.
But honestly, if I'm like at home and I'm bored, I'm like, oh my God, my feet are on fire and my bum's on fire, and it just drives you a bit nuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's a nerve thing. So just jumping in the salt water is not going to cure it.
Nah, I wish it did.
Yeah.
I mean, it does because I don't think about it, but it doesn't get rid of it.
Is there such a thing? I mean, I've heard of this. People who are amputees, they talk about their phantom pain.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Is it the same thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I think it's very similar. Yeah, it's so annoying. It's annoying because I can't feel anything from my chest down. Yeah, I'm on fire all the time. So it's a pretty cruel, injury.
Because I was thinking before the accident, you were so vital in terms of getting out and experiencing fresh air and on your bike, and you like the isolation.
Yeah, I did. I miss that so much.
And then suddenly that all changed. So how do you reconcile that? Was that part of getting back into the sports and things? Did that help you turn that around?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, sport has always meant a lot to me. I loved it. I think when I first started kayaking again, it was just nice because before the accident, I loved doing everything on my own. I'd go mountain biking, I'd sit on my rock in the bush. That was my happy place. So I think when I started kayaking, I wasn't surrounded by like stacks of people, which was so nice. Now you're just back on the water, surrounded by the bush again. And I had an amazing coach, Gay. Like she is another legend. And, sometimes we would chat like the whole time, and then other times she'd kind of know when I didn't really want to talk, and she'd kind of paddle behind me, and I could just be kind of on my own again. So that was nice.
Yeah.
But I still miss that. I would do anything to be back on my bike and be in the bush again. I go there in my head.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe one day. Who knows what people are conjuring?
Yeah.
But we've kind of found it's a hybrid bike which allows Sam to get off road, and we've been sort of into the bush quite a bit on it. It's really fun.
It's fun, but it's not the same.
Yeah, of course.
It's not the same because we've taken it up to West Edge. It's like a hand cycle thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but I'm so paranoid I'm going to tip out because it's so easy to tip out.
Right.
So I feel like before the accident, I'd be like, I can. I don't know. It's pretty gutsy, I guess you could say. And now I'm not. I'm like, not like I used to be. I kind of go like an old person. Not wanting to fall out. So it's good, but it's kind of bittersweet. It's nice being back in the bush, but it's not the same. So I do find that a little bit hard.
Shall we do the shower?
I think so.
We're in the bathroom. We have a thing called the 2-minute shower, which means we keep our answers. Well, we ask you to keep your answers short because we don't want to waste too much water. What do people get wrong about you?
Jeez. Okay. It's
okay. You don't have to be that quick.
No. I don't like being called inspirational.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, Cam?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah, that's so hard.
Yeah.
I never. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Because you're right. That's why.
Yeah, you're perfect.
Yes.
That's what it is.
You know that as soon as I leave, I go, oh,
I should
Yeah,
have
why didn't I say this?
should have said.
yeah.
I know sometimes they're hard to come up with the top of your head.
Yeah.
But if that's the answer, then that's the answer.
I'm just telling you, I like long showers.
Right.
There you go.
Okay.
What's your best quality?
I would say I'm determined and patient.
Thoughtful.
Sam, what's your partner's best quality?
Compassion.
Cam, what's Sam's best quality?
Do it.
Yeah. Just being stoic.
Stoic. Okay.
Who do you admire?
Sam.
Oh,
Oh, that's
thank you.
cheap, isn't it?
No.
No? Oh, it's
Not
true.
at all.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thanks. Okay, well, I admire you too, Cam.
Oh, I love that.
I was thinking of like Nelson Mandela or Princess Diana or something.
Yeah, they're good too. A bit closer to home.
First answer's the best.
Sam meet Cam, Cam meet Sam.
Oh, this is a hard one to come off the top of your head, but
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, we might have something. Favourite catchphrase?
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, what do I always say? Yeah, cool.
Sick.
Sick. Nah, I always say awesome or cool. That's so cool.
Super cool.
That's so cool.
What does your perfect day look like?
Well, I think going surfing with Cam. If it's like really awesome surf. Yeah.
What's awesome surf for you?
Not dumpy.
Yep.
No shore breaks. Beautiful warm water. Clean water.
Think Fiji.
Yeah, Fiji with just this perfect little peeling wave.
Ooh, lefts or
Channel,
rights?
And then I can get back out. That's perfect waves.
That's all right.
Oh, sorry. Actually, before the accident, it would have been lefts because I was goofy.
Yep.
Now it doesn't really matter.
No, you're just goofy all the time.
Goofy all the time, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit like you, Cam. I'd love a swim in the morning, early.
What's early?
Sunrise.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Love seeing the sun come up.
Biggest pet peeve?
People parking in disabled spots who don't need to park there. That bugs me.
I'm sure it would.
Always having to clean up the bird shit on the ground.
Inside the house?
From the magpies.
Yeah.
One word to describe each other.
Didn't we do that?
Not one word. You used one word.
Stoic, yeah.
That's true.
Short.
Okay. Creative. Or should
Wow.
I say scatterbrain? That's 2 words. Creative.
So there's Penguin Bloom and the second one's called?
Sand bloom, heartache and birdsong.
That's right.
So that's kind of more my perspective.
Yeah, and that's out now. We can go to any good bookstore and find both books actually. Yeah. Photography by you, Cam.
Sure
again.
is. Yeah.
What else do you shoot, mate?
Mostly corporate work. That's mostly all I do.
What's your favourite thing to shoot?
Travel.
Hence, that's why you make Bill Gola Beach look so good.
Yeah, no. Travel was our thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
For us.
Thanks.
Nellie,
For our
that's
listeners.
awesome.
Thank you.
And there they go. How good was that?
Oh, they're a fabulous couple. I just love, both of them are so genuinely just who they are. You know, Sam's story and how honest she is about how she feels. I know she doesn't want to be called inspirational and she probably doesn't think she's very brave or I don't know any of that, but to me she is. You know, it takes a lot of courage to work through the things that she's worked through and still get out there and be a part of life. And, you know, watching Cam just by her side and such a beautiful example of love.
It takes courage to say what she said today.
Yeah.
Let alone, you know, what it's been like for the last 8 years
Yeah.
for her. Beautiful family and I love that they have their dinners at night.
Yeah.
And they're having conversations. I can only imagine what their conversations might be. And but they're great people and I'm grateful that they opened their lives up to us today and to you, our listener, as well.
Yeah, it's fantastic having them in. So grateful.
Well, that's all we have for today. The Blooms have gone. Who's going to be in the bathroom next time? If you want to drop us a line, you can email us at separatebathrooms@novapodcasts.com.au. Make sure you rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Bye for now. We'll be back in the bathroom on Monday.